Have you ever had a stranger change your life in less than 5 minutes without either of you saying a word? It was the worst day of my life, and it wasn't even noon. I had just been laid off from my marketing job in Austin, Texas. Restructuring, they called it. Then my boyfriend of 2 years texted me, I can't do this anymore. And to top it off, my car wouldn't start in the parking lot of the coffee shop where I'd gone to cry in peace. I walked into the shop, rain soaking through my thin jacket. I ordered a black coffee, my voice cracking. The barista didn't ask if I was okay. I appreciated that. When I reached for my wallet, the man behind me in line said, I've got it. He was maybe 60, gray hair, kind eyes. Nothing special, just a stranger. I said thank you without looking at him. He paid for my coffee and something else, a muffin I hadn't ordered. Then he wrote something on the receipt and handed it to me. You look like you needed this, he said. Then he walked out. I glanced at the receipt. Under the total, he'd written, I've been where you are. It gets better. Call this number if you ever need to talk. A phone number. No name, no address. I stuffed the receipt in my pocket and forgot about it for 3 months. I found a new job. I moved to a small apartment in San Antonio. I was doing better. Not great, but better. Then one night, I hit another low. My new job was stressful. I'd made no real friends. I was eating takeout alone on a Friday night, watching a show I didn't care about. I remembered the receipt. I found it in my old coat pocket, crumpled but legible. Call this number. I hesitated, but something told me to try. The phone rang 4 times. A woman answered. Hello? Hi, I said, suddenly embarrassed. This is going to sound strange, but a man gave me this number a few months ago. He said I could call if I needed to talk. He paid for my coffee. There was a long pause. That was my husband, the woman said softly. His name was Tom. He died 2 weeks after he met you. A sudden heart attack. I felt the air leave my lungs. I'm so sorry, I whispered. He told me about you, she continued. The sad woman in the coffee shop. He asked me to answer if you ever called. He said you reminded him of our daughter. Your daughter? She died 10 years ago of cancer. She was 24. Tom never got over it. He spent the rest of his life trying to help young women who looked like they were struggling. He said it was his way of keeping her alive. I didn't know what to say, so I just listened. His name was Tom, she said again. What's yours? Emma. Emma. My daughter's name was Emily. Close enough. We talked for 2 hours. About Tom, about Emily, about losing jobs and losing people, in the strange ways the universe brings us together. Before we hung up, she said, Tom left you something, in his will, a small envelope. He wrote your name on it. Wait, what? He said a woman in a coffee shop would call one day. He wrote your name on the envelope before he died. Emma from Austin. He told me to mail it when you called. A week later, a small package arrived. Inside was a letter and a worn silver bracelet. The letter said, Dear Emma, I don't know your last name or your story, but I know pain when I see it. I lost my daughter when she was your age. I spent years wishing someone had helped her. I can't help Emily anymore, but I can help you. Wear this bracelet. It belonged to her. Let it remind you that someone is always watching, and when you're ready, pass it on to someone who needs it. You'll know who. Love, Tom. I wear that bracelet every day, and last year, I saw a young woman crying in a coffee shop in Dallas. She was alone, staring at her phone, her shoulders shaking. I bought her a coffee and a muffin. I handed her a napkin with my number. You look like you needed this, I said. She looked up, confused. Then she smiled. Tom's bracelet is around her wrist now. Some kindnesses don't end. They just find new hands.